Hello everyone, it is Nestor Network here, and welcome back to another Real Racing 3 video. In the last video, we got the gold trophy in Laguna Seca, and we have one more race to do in the 6-cylinder Annihilation Series Turbo Boost World Cup Leg 3. Now I know what you're thinking, how have you not finished Amateur? I just really haven't felt like doing all these Amateur Cups. I don't know. I am level 48 overall, but I have not finished Amateur, and with the Laguna Seca win, that bumps my progress up to 96%, and my progress in this series is at 89, so we still have 4 cups to go. Spa, Hockenheimring, I hope I said that right, Silverstone Grand Prix Circuit, the Bridge Grand Prix Circuit 2009, specifically, and then also the Grand Prix Circuit at Suzuka, and all of those will hopefully be first try gold trophies, but I have a tendency to make stupid mistakes in these races. So last video we used this car, and of course this Skyline does not meet the PR requirements, so we cannot use that. So we have this Nissan, BMW, or another BMW. I think we should finish up the servicing with well, that's okay, that's not how you word that, but finish up wasting all this car condition on this Nissan. So here we go, 3 laps around Spa, of course starting from the back. There are 22 cars, and we are green. We have 3 laps to work our way to the front. And I always get kind of impatient with Spa because it's just kind of a long circuit. Not as long as Le Mans, but the way I said that did not sound like what it should. Le Mans. Okay. Now I'm overthinking it, but you know what track I'm talking about. Anyway, we're up to 17th here after that first corner. I always hate how it breaks you in the first corner. Again, tilt, I'm using tilt B with the steering and brake set to low and traction control on, and we're just going to knock that guy's bumper off. But I hate how it breaks you in that first corner, and then you end up losing a lot of spots. It does that at some other tracks as well. Tracks with super narrow turns when you're still in a pack of cars breaks you way too excessively, and then you end up losing a lot of spots. So right here we're on this long straightaway, we're running down Batliner. Of course, these are just the bought cars for when you're not online, and I'm not outline, I'm in my backyard actually. So working past these cars, and there we go. This is a track I make mistakes at sometimes. Some of these corners, like even if I slam the brakes real hard, see, I almost went off track there. And we're gonna crack the top 5, but here's another corner. Some of these, this is probably getting into the trickiest sector of the racetrack. Up ahead is all this section. Well, actually I think I'm already in it, but this section with all these turns, we're going to use these other cars as our brake and slide off track. This is exactly what I mean. Stupid mistakes like that, and then it takes forever for the car to get back to the track, and before you know it, you're down to 6th. So now we have more ground to make up, and brake hard right there. And screw that up again, of course. Yeah, usually I had this car set to red paint scheme, but we are running it orange. I got the idea to like start keeping the schemes, just all the vinyls, whatever you want to call them, and all the decals on the cars, and then just changing the base paint coat. So this one's usually red. I made it orange, but that kind of doesn't really fit with the hood decal, where half the sponsor sticker is also orange, and so because we're up close you can tell what it says. But and as I've been rambling about that, casually just passing multiple cars and getting back into the top 3, although this guy's right behind us, that's when you switch to interior so you can have the mirror while also still focusing on the track ahead of you. And I don't know what I just did through there, it wasn't correct, but of course gonna pull away from them. So we are coming to start lap number 2 with an almost 3-minute lap time. And here's this corner I don't like, but we're gonna get through it better than on lap 1. Still gonna lose ground on the straightaway because for some reason that's how the bots are. They pull away from you on the straightaways, but then they're just atrocious in the corners. Like, look, I think he's even breaking up the hill. Like, okay, I don't know why you do that, but now I've caught him, and I'm gonna bump into him, and then he's going to pull away because we're on another straightaway, and I didn't overtake him in time. So we're just going to have to run him down here. and go to his right. Perfect pass in a second, chasing the exact same bot player character thing that I had to chase last race. Last video, I think. Or, I don't know. I don't really care which one is which. And almost off track for the second straight lap through there. Let's not go off track over here. Or anywhere in this sector for that matter, like I did last lap. Although now I've cleared that car by over 200 yards, and through here we're not going to go off track this time. You can see all the skid marks from where I went off last lap, but now we've got through there really well, and we have run him down, bump into him, push him out of the way. Nope, that didn't work. Alright, we're just going to stay behind him then. Sometimes in this game you can, if you go into a corner the right way, just the littlest bit of contact will send the car you're passing out of control. That was not one of those instances, that was just a pass. And then we're going to end up in the grass instantly. This is not a Dale Sr. pass in the grass, though. Already taken the lead and in the grass again, okay. But we have a pretty solid lead, getting close to 100 yards here. There's 100. Gonna head through this part of the track, just running flat out, pulling further and further away. I don't think I'd catch any lap traffic. This track's just too big. And cut there a little bit, and he closed in a bit, but of course he's going to brake extremely hard in the corners, and we're going to pull away on the straightaway this time. Final lap. Improved the lap time by about 20 seconds, but that's expected because the first lap, of course, you're starting from behind the starting line, and then you're also dealing with turn 1 being clogged with 21 other cars. So we are clear now. Unless I make a drastic error, this is a win. And sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'll have a huge lead at maybe tracks like, I think it's Monaco, that I... No, not Monaco. Yeah, it's Monaco. Whatever. Whichever track it is, I screw up sometimes there. And then I will have like, I have like a 600-yard lead, and then I'll screw it up, and it'll get cut down to like 200. Or if it's like a 400-yard lead, I'll end up losing the lead because of how hard it is to get back on track. And the further off track you go, the longer it takes to get back. So that's always an issue. It's an issue at this track sometimes too. And now I'm off track. So I screwed up my streak. I managed to keep it on track through that corner the first 2 laps, but not on lap 3. I'm glad it waited until lap 3. Oh, now off track again. Glad it waited until lap 3 though, because if I had made that mistake when I was actually running up there with other cars, it would have been worse. Lap 1 was by far the most atrocious lap I've ran in this race today. But we are going to have a nice comeback and win. And technically, today or in the next few days, I can finally reach 100% completion on an amateur, despite being at almost player level 50. Because, you know, that's a way to do it. But these cups are a nice little farm, I guess, for some minuscule-ish fame and $R rewards. The cup like this at Spa, where it's a long race-ish, you know, this recording's at 9 minutes now, and most of that was this race. So we go through here to the final corners, through here, but we'll see how the winnings add up. We will get through that corner, and it's not going to be a 500-yard win because of the... Oh, wow, that gap actually went way down to 4. Alright, it went back up to 407 by the end of it, but we're going to win with a totaled car. 7 minutes and 55 seconds of racing, and decently good earnings, I guess. Another little boost there. So 1,400 fame and 8,210 $R. So that was the second race I've done with commentary on this channel. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, you should consider subscribing, because I'll keep putting out more of these, and eventually the races won't be these boring, tame, amateur ones, because I'll start recording with the more intense ones. especially if I want to wait and to record the BMW series that I showed in the first video, the car from the current season that you get for free. I'm almost done with that series, but the cups for that are really long. Like, I think one of the ones I did took over 12 minutes. But yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one as we continue this quest to finally finish Amateur.